Took a sip of my Monster and it messed me up. All right, guys, check it out. French edition hardcover, Gunslinger Spawn Tome number 2 from Delcourt Publishing. Contents to this are, yeah, episodes 7 through 12. So issues, American Comics, Gunslinger Spawn 7 through 12. Very similar to all the other Gunslinger Spawn Tome hardcover collections. Only available in France. You can order them online though. Figure out Google. You can find them, all right? So anyways, I'm going to take a peek at this. Art for inspiration. There are several artists in here, but we're here to geek out over the magic created by Brett Booth and Adelso Corona, and looks like Corey King. Corey King, yes, you also were involved in getting these books completed, so good job. I already know what's in here, but we're just going to take a peek at these so everyone at home can check these out. Cool art. I'm probably going to skip some pages here. Nothing new to be seen here. Mainly just letting you know that these exist outside of a standard perfect bound trade paperback. That you can actually get them in a much nicer shelf copy, right? So, yeah, it's my little vanity project. As soon as I figured these out, I stopped buying them. I got the first Spawn trade, and immediately found out that these hardcover collections were already coming out in France, and got a buddy out there who was telling me about them. I was like, oh, no, okay. I'm going to hold off on these American releases because I guess Todd doesn't think we're worth the hardcovers or something, so I'll just have to get them from there. Take about 2 months to come in. Yeah, these are awesome pages here. I would really love to see this stuff black and white, mainly because, you know, Spawn always calls for these darker colors, dark grays. There's a lot of stuff in here, a lot of rendering, a lot of TLC, a lot of these dollops, a lot of the rendering in here, the cross hatching, the hatching, the drop shadows. All to the wayside because of these colors. Nothing against the colors, by the way. I'm just saying it's artwork always suffers, right? Artwork makes the book. It's the first thing to pique interest. And when you find out it has good writing, then it's even more interesting. But sometimes, yeah, the colors, I guess if you know, you know. These colors are amazing. But yeah, there is no, in comic books, there is no perfect balance between, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, there is no perfect balance between colors and line art. One is going to sacrifice the other. If you pull away too much on one, the other has to do more lifting and vice versa. So pretty good balance on these Gunslinger Spawn books. To be quite honest, I was never really like on board with the Gunslinger Spawn character. The hat was kind of goofy. I think I got one of the action figures. But yeah, I was completely invested as soon as I saw Brett Booth with Adelso. And you know, I'm not sure in here either. I think Sal Regla came out of retirement and worked on a few of these. I'm going to assume he's retired because I haven't seen his name on anything in years. But I do follow him on socials, and I did see. I think he's working primarily digital, like Photoshop inks or something. So that's kind of sad because you know you're not going to be able to find those originals in the wild, but they are really, really awesome inks. So really nice brush set that he's using on those. Absolutely. Almost too clean though, in a way. Yeah, Adelso gets in here like this. I love doing this kind of thing right here too. It's almost like the McFarlane fade, but you're giving it more bounce and more play and more line variance. Uh, uh, but Todd used to do this down the edges of like Spider-Man's dome, like across his head, or you know, biceps and stuff. He used to hit just areas like that for a quick way to shade them. And I do like that Booth does that. I think it's a nice look. It's very complimentary to his overall style. Booth's kind of a I don't really know. Like when I see Booth, I know it's Booth. Like it's very unique, but definitely in the mix. It's got some Art Adams, has a lot of Jim Lee, uh, like good Jim Lee stuff. A lot of Art Adams in there too, like with the tick line rendering and some of the anatomies. A little more playful than what Jim would ever do on a page, like a little more cartoony. Um, yeah, just super interesting all around. It's got a ton of panels there. That's wild. Good inks too, obviously. Yeah, it's a great shot. I think I saw him post the pencils to that way back. All right. Again, like I said, I'm probably going to be missing a page here and there, maybe 2 or 3. Who knows? It's kind of a Trigun looking cover there. The colors like this, the colors scream Trigun to me, and also with the because Vash has uh, a jacket that does kind of do this sort of thing, very playful. A lot of bounce to the ounce. It's a very Clint Eastwood shot right here. It's interesting. Yeah, my throat will not stop. What is going on? Yeah, these are great pages, great panel works. It's a nice double right there too. Something else I'll mention, because I have thumbed through these trades. Uh, they got the same amount of creep on these double pagers as the trade. There's the same amount of like page loss, which it's going to happen. There's no way. There's no real way to get around it, especially depending on where the pages are landing in a giant book like this. Anyways, I don't even know what's in here. Like, what is it? 6 issues, like 180 pages or something like that. So, that's with the gallery stuff, by the way. Yeah, like I said, there's no real way of getting around that. What you do is you just draw the double pager and hope for the best. That's literally what you do as an artist. And yeah, there's ways you can kind of get around, kind of play with it with the file. You can actually create a gutter on the inside and on the inside, and you can creep this one this direction and creep that one that direction, like an eighth of an inch or so, and it will give the illusion that the pages line up nice in the middle, but they don't. They're not actually lined up the way that you would expect. But I've done that on a few books, and it works. I mean, it works. Um, but some of these printers have different programs where it'll actually uh, it creates uh, compensation for the creep as the book progresses towards the center, and then it creeps back the other direction towards the end of the book. It knows the thickness of the spine, so it kind of does this thing where it pushes the page and pushes it back. Um, I know it might be a hard concept to grasp, but and it depends on the printer. Again, it's not all printers do it, but there are some that do, and it's actually doing you a solid. But you'll notice that on some of these comics too. You get towards My cat is being insane right now. You'll notice the text starts getting dangerously close to the cutoff. On the floppy edition, it was probably in a little bit more than that. And it's just, again, it's something that happens on these giant books. You can't get around it. You know, they're basically phone book editions of these comics. So I really like the colors on this page right here. It's pretty cool here too. You get to see a bunch of different iterations of Spawn in here. Everyone's animals are going insane right now. There's a cool shot right here. Invokes thoughts of Soul Saga for some reason. I dig it. Man, these are great skin tones too. Yeah, good job. Good job, art team. I do like the white gutters, just because there's so much saturation of black ink inside of every panel. Um, I do like the white. I do like the white gutters. Usually, I'm a black gutter kind of artist. I like the black gutters because it's a little more fraying, knowing that you can run lines into the edge, and if they go over a little, it's okay. Because it just goes right into that gutter, that quarter inch or half inch gutter, whatever size it may be. It's kind of a fun cover right there. I have no idea who did that, but I like it. It looks like an oil painting or a acrylic painting. It might be digital. Hopefully not AI. All right, let's keep going here. Lots of talking, and then here we go. Wow, it's huge. That's a great page right there. Yeah, Brett Booth is a perfect artist for Spawn. Perfect. Yeah, just a really great run. Um, Again, there are several of these. I think they've done a pretty good job at keeping up with the standard trade paperbacks that we get here in the States. Out there in France, with their nice hardcovers that I have to bend over backwards to find. Damn, it's wild. Um, Again, just nice design work here too. I do like that they have this. They got the page between and then a cover piece to separate the books. It's a great splash right there. Wow. Nice. It's really, really cool, dope effect right there. Usually, artists would come in with black lines and do all this work here, and then probably create a halo on the top edge to separate the line art. It is nice that they let the colorists come in and do these wispy speed lines in white, and they have a little bit of an opacity to them, so you could still see the line art through them. I like that a lot. That's one way to utilize your colorist too. As an artist, don't always feel obligated to draw every ripple of water, lightning. You can indicate it. You can just sort of indicate it. There's times where I have actually, I like to think that I'm a little fashion forward in my thinking with this. Um, so generally with lightning and stuff, you would draw the outer edge lines, right? And then all the electricity, electricity veins. I don't know what to call them, but it's branching off, right? Branching off from the core lightning bolt. It's an interesting way to draw it. And what I do sometimes is like say something like this, like Brett actually drew the outlines and Adelso did like killer inks on the outlines of all this energy effect here, but it required a color fill and then a hard light over it. What I like to do sometimes If it looks right on the page, I'll do it. If it makes the page ugly, I will not do it. Um, I'll actually do this fully in black. Uh, the energy lines completely in black, and then I just basically do sort of like a color hold on them. I'll actually cut them out. You know, I'll do like the whole cut and paste color hold thing and flip it into a color, and then create your glows that way. Process wise, I've been coloring a lot of my own stuff lately, so process wise, it's a time saver. And in lots of ways, it can actually look better too. It looks more controlled. I feel like I really like this design right here. I really like this. This is it's very on key for like a Spawn book, but it's cool to see the way Brett did it. It's a little different too. Obviously, he has his own flavor. He's not like uh, in no way, shape, or form is he leaning into Brett Booth, or is Brett Booth leaning into Greg Capullo's style. He's not biting off it in any way. This is just Brett. Like, if you ever look online, look at like a lot of his commissions and stuff. Look at ones of like gritty characters like the Crow, or I don't know. Even some of like a lot of his commissions are like a lot of it's for retro stuff. It's just older collectors that want commissions of the characters they grew up reading. But yeah, if it is a gritty character like a Mortal Kombat thing or something like that, you can really see that same energy in these books, which is super cool. Uh, it's just really cool to see that. Word Vomit. All right, got some variant covers here. Kevin Keane variant here. This is really nice. They did this for us. They gave you the. It's funny. They only credit Booth down here. Brett Booth and Adelso. They both signed their names here on this piece of wood, or this tentacle, and then it gets completely covered in colors. There, you can't even see it. It literally looks like rendering to the tentacle. So their signature looks non-existent there. Awesome piece though. Got some other covers here. Got another Booth and Corona, Adelso, Corona. Another one with Booth and Adelso. Another Booth and Adelso. This is a really cool cover here too. Great design. You got Paul Renaud. Never say his name right. It's just a color flip. This is a what do you call it? It's just gray tone, but it's not gray. I forget what they call it. Steel something. You got a Capullo painting here. It's pretty fun. That anatomy looks insane. Another Capullo piece here. Again, like I said, if you got this issue of Spawn here, hashtag blessed, because that's a money book. You got a McFarlane here. I like this piece a lot. Colors by Steigerwald. A lot of texture going on behind here. Pretty dope. You got a Matina cover here. The weird thing about this one, when I first see it, the first thing I think is Jock. I don't know why. There's something about it's got a lot of spiky stuff going on, a lot of black. And then you got that the huge fan of Trigun Tauntaun Revolver right here. So you got Tauntaun Revolver work here. I think the colors make his art or their art really cool. I don't know who they are. So this is obviously a moniker. I've never met somebody named after a Star Wars creature and a gun. Here we go. So we got, well, not really a whole lot of updates here. These are other collections from Delcourt, the French publisher. Yeah, a lot of different Spawn books. I don't know the content to any of these. I don't have these. Not everything is hardcover though. Okay, really need to pay attention to that. If you're shopping for these on any French website or any I think even sometimes on Amazon you can find these too. Uh, Keyword, I don't know how to say it correctly. It would be Relly, Relly, and I'll just write it for you so you can see it. It's spelled like this, like RELIE and a accent mark. Okay. Apparently that means hardcover, and uh, if your browser changes it, just so you know, as far as I know, any collected edition hardcover book, like if you're not sure, like because you can't tell from the photos, uh, if it flips it to English, it'll say connected, like this. That goes for Spain, Portugal, Italy, France. I think Canada says connected. If it's a soft cover, I think that they all translate to this PIN. I have no idea what that is. I'm just letting you know. Uh, uh, this Relly, or whatever we call it, uh, that's hardcover for French. Okay, there are retailers, brick and mortars that sell these. That's how I got mine from France, and yeah. So yeah, they don't really break the bank either. They're not expensive like you would think. For the most part, they cost as much as the trade costs here in the United States. Okay, so yeah, seek them out if you can, if you're interested in them. Again, I really dig the way that they look on the shelf, and I got a handful of these, so I got more videos coming. I know I did a video for one. Here's my video for two. I got a few more as well, so keep your eye holes open for those. All right, have a nice weekend.